Okay, excuse me. So this is take two of this vlog. I was just recording and enjoying myself, telling you all about my updates, and I look up and it's not recording. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on this to make sure it's still recording. So today, this is HCG Housewife, Tiffany, and today is January the 3rd, 2012. Very low calorie day 2, round 2. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. I re-lost 5.6 pounds, so I'm only 3.4 over LDW. And this is day 2, only day 2. So I lost 5.6 since yesterday. Almost all of my, I drank almost all of my water. I try to do 3 liters of water a day, and I just had a little bit left in that 3-liter bottle. So this is what I had yesterday. For breakfast, I had some dieter's tea because of the plumbing issues. I had these plumbing issues since we left for New Orleans last week. So, and I hadn't been drinking that tea because I didn't want to have problems there. So I finally drank some yesterday, and didn't help. So I went about my day. Lunch was P2 chili. Snack was an apple. Dinner was tilapia with sauteed spinach and onions in 2 Melbas. I'm a bit rogue with mixing my vegetables. So if you're going protocol, don't mix your vegetables. But I'm not, and it's working. I have to keep it interesting to keep on it, and if that's what it takes, that's what I'm going to do. If I'll reevaluate things if I stop losing. Anyway, for my nighttime snack, I had an orange, and up until that, my hubby had the exact same thing I had, except he did have a little bit of trout that was left over from our Friday dinner. And then he also had, I saw when I went into the kitchen, a boiled egg that I had boiled for his breakfast. He had one of those for a snack. I saw the egg stuff in the sink. I'm trying to speak lower so the crackling's not so bad. I hope that works out. And then I got hungry later in the evening and had some chocolate D, and the only kind I had Mac nuts in it, and I made these little clusters of them to take on the New Orleans trip so I wouldn't cheat. Well, we all know how that went. So I had some left over, and they all had Mac nuts or almonds in it. So I had some with the Mac nuts, and there was like 6 Mac nuts in each cluster. I didn't realize I'd put that many in there. But and I also had 2 more dieter's teas. And it worked. This morning, yesterday I had 3 dieter's teas. 1 in the morning in a mug, and then I put 2 bags in 1 mug last night, and it's really yummy. It's cinnamon flavored, and we all know dieter's tea is basically senna leaf, so it has some other stuff in there, but basically senna leaf. But it worked out this morning, literally, and I'm sure that helped with my 5.6 loss. And then I was up last night running to the bathroom for the other plumbing issue because I drank so much water. So anyway, by just me telling you my menu, you can see that I went over 500 calories. And I think because most of the time last round I was over 500 too by a little. I'm not going to worry about that as much as long as I'm losing. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do by weighing out my food and keeping track of everything. But as long as I, stay within my guidelines, if I go over, because I have beef usually makes me go over the calories, I'm going to be okay with that. And I don't really count the coconut oil in that, but I'm not going to cook with it just yet. I'm just going to leave that in my arsenal in case I get bored, kind of thing, because there's lots of things that I can cook with without using the coconut oil, except I'm going to use the spray coconut oil that I found. It just took a little bit for the sauteed spinach that I used, and that was fine. We're using lots of cayenne pepper, lots of Tabasco, and hot sauces and stuff like that. And it's, we're making sure that there's zero everything. But like I said, I'm going to be a bit rogue, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll reevaluate. right now it's going to work out because when you first start a diet, you're going to lose weight anyway. And speaking of that, I'm not going to add this stuff in, this MSM lotion and MSM soap, until my weight loss is more regulated. At first you'll lose these big numbers, and then you go down to a pound or less than a pound a day, and it gets more regulated as the days go, as the VLCDs go by. And when that happens, when it gets more regulated, then I'll add in this stuff to get a real sense of how it's going to affect me, or if it affects me. I don't know if I buy into the, don't use these products, don't use these lotions, don't use this makeup, don't use mint, things like that. I don't know if I buy into that yet. I'm going to stick to it as much as possible by using cinnamon toothpaste and all of that. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being superstitious or what. But I'm going to wait to add things like that in to see if it helps, or to see if it hurts me. I hope that all made sense. Keeping track of keeping track to make sure it's still working, the video camera. I went to Sprouts yesterday to buy some produce, and boy, was it crowded. I think there are so many people getting on their programs that they were just in there buying all the produce. I was going to do some footage in there just to show you this place. It's one of my favorite stores. The produce is so good in there, and it's really inexpensive. So I was going to do some footage and make it fun, but it was too crowded. There was no way I could have done it. There was like lines to get the little baggies to put your produce in. But I got all of my P2 produce for, I'm sure it's going to last me a week. But if I have to go back to Sprouts, oh well, I just go back to Sprouts. My hubby's doing good. He's trying to do an 800 calorie protocol. I see that it's working for some people, like HCG Charm is doing it, and she's doing really well on it. So what he's going to do is he's going to have breakfast, which I'm not actively looking to have breakfast. If I'm hungry, I will have it. But he's going to have eggs for breakfast, the egg whites, and I think, how else are we going to up that? We may up his protein, I think. Maybe more fruit. I don't remember how we said we were going to up his stuff, but he is going to have the eggs for breakfast. Just, he has to go out to work, so I want him to he can't stop for a snack or because he's an instructor, a teacher for a medical company, and he can't just stop in the middle of class and say, oh, I feel lightheaded, or I'm hungry, I got to go eat. So I want to send him off with a full stomach at least. But he took his lunch today, and he said it was really good, and so I think he's being motivated with all this. And he had I think it was 2 point something loss, but he didn't gain a lot during loading. So his loss was 2 point something. It was in the high twos. I remember, almost 3 pounds. And he didn't gain anything during loading. I think he might have lost. I don't remember. I was texting with him a while ago and forgot to ask. Sorry. But that's about it today. I hope the crackling's not as bad. I'm trying to be mindful of what my voice is doing. So I'm trying to talk low. But we'll see how it works out. And I'm having a bad hair day. I don't know what this is. It's got static all in it, but it's blah still. It's like it has no life, but yet it's staticky. I don't know. You don't care about that, do you? So anyway, that's about it. I hope everyone has great releases. All those of us who are starting on VLCDs, an easy stabilization. Those who have moved on to P3. And those of you who haven't checked in lately, check in. I miss seeing you. It's so exciting to see all of the people coming back on and getting back in the swing of things. And if you come across someone new on HCG that's vlogging, be sure to give a shout out so we can all support them. I haven't come across anybody new yet, I don't think. I'm trying to make sure that I'm subbing to everyone who subs to me. That way you have more vlogs to watch, and I have enough time to do that right now. So I'm trying, I want to support as much as possible. If I don't comment, it's because I'm watching from my phone. I do that a lot at night. After my hubby falls asleep, I don't fall asleep right away. So I'll put on my earphones and listen as I fall asleep. And sometimes I'm not able to comment from my phone, but I try to, and I try to answer comments as well. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a great day. Bye bye.